us in the pledge?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Nice job, Scott.
It's one of the better ones.
It is one of the better ones. The non-public and public meeting minutes of May 21.
I'll make a motion to accept the non-public and public meeting minutes of May 21, 2026. As written.
Motion by Don, second by Scott Sandstrom. Is there any questions or comments or edits? No? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, abstentions? Thank you. That's unanimous.
Skip May 28th, they won't be until next week.
Okay. Consent agenda?
Make a motion to approve the consent agenda for June 11th, 2026. Accounts payable corrected special manifest 06/01/26. Accounts payable payment manifest dated 06/04/26. Accounts payable ACH payment manifest dated 06/04/26. Payroll payment manifest dated 06/04/26. Accounts payable ACH manifest citizens and NMDB dated 06/11/26. Accounts payable payment manifest dated 06/11/26. Accounts payable special manifest dated 06/11/26. Administrative abatement for map lot number 220-015-022 in the amount of $26.13. Administrative abatement for map lot number 22-015-050 in the amount of $352.65. Administrative abatement for map lot number 114-182 in the amount of $4,539.54. Quarter one penalties for water and sewer in the amount of $1,030 effective February 19th, 2026. Denial of 2025 abatement request for map lot number 214-028. Denial of 2025 abatement request for map lot number 105-001. Denial of 2025 abatement request for map lot number 110-042. Denial of 2025 abatement request for map lot number 116-079.
Is there a second?
Second.
All right, any particular item, any questions on the consent agenda?
I just want to point out, and also under number 3, there is a note about what's on the manifest, the key things I want to point out to you about. It also tells you a little bit about the administrative abatements, the regular abatements, and then penalties Scott should not sign. So when you're getting because I missed putting the penalties on the agenda, it was my fault, but you weren't here then, so.
The penalties for multiple people?
Yes.
Okay.
They're in, they're in the folder, so.
Okay, any, all right,
Did someone second?
Yeah.
yeah. All right, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, abstentions? Great. All right. Let me get back. Next item is discussion on the Central Street and the forced main project update.
So we have Steve Smith from Underwood Engineer here to start the conversation off about there's been a few complications with the forced main portion of the project. So
Hi, Steve. Thank you for joining us. I'll turn it over to you to give the rest of the board a kind of a bird's eye view of where we're at the moment.
Yeah, sure. So hopefully you can hear me okay.
Yep.
So mainly I'm going to talk about the force main portion of the project, but just as a quick update on the pump station building itself, it's progressing well. The building is by and large complete. The CMU's up, the roof's on, and last week and this week they've been doing some yard piping, so some manholes, sewer pipe and drainage is going in, and the rest of this week going into next week they're going to be tidying up the site and doing a bit of grading. So the pump station part of it is progressing well, the building's looking good. So moving on to the force main, I did, hopefully you've got a package here, so there's 2 documents. The first one I put together is just a contract summary of where we are financially. So the town signed a $2.74 million contract that included the 2 lump sums for the pump station and the force main, plus there was a 100K in allowances covering pre-drainage dewatering, electrical utilities, propane and concrete and geotesting. But the majority is made up by these 2 lump sum pieces of the pump station, which is 1.863 million, and then the force main 0.77 million. And then we've processed 4 change orders for a total of about 47,000. So the current contract amount stands at the moment of just 2.79 million. With a view on the work that's been done on the force main, where we're at the moment, the town has actually paid the contractor 107,000 in terms of the construction portion, and then there's the general conditions that include bonds and insurances, mobilisation, DMAT, and that's 84,000. So for a total of $190,000 is what the town has paid for the force main as it stands to date. So when to go moving into the issues that we've experiencing or contracts experiencing on the force main, they mobilised to site with the directional drill. So you have 2,500 feet of pipe, 2,200 feet of that pipe is directional drill, the remaining 300 is open cut technique. So they mobilised the directional drill crew in there, and they were experiencing some challenging conditions as they see it, with having to remove some obstructions. And ultimately they demobilised the directional drill crew from site and then issued us with a formal letter telling us that they could no longer proceed with the directional drill. We'd have to look at another technique, open trench. Plus they also submitted the costs that they believe they incurred to date, and that's the second page of your packet that you've got there, and that's to the tune of $370,000. So that's what they're saying they've incurred to date. And what they've said verbally, they didn't confirm this in writing, what they said verbally was that if they get paid the 370K, then the remaining 776,000 for their lump sum, they would be able to get the force main constructed for that amount. But they did put some conditions on that, that they wanted it to shallow it up. They came up with a concept of shallowing the pipe up, so they submitted that to us. We reviewed it, and there's some compromise that they're expecting the town to take on in order to shallow the pipe up. They're looking at introducing an air release structure. The town currently has 2 air release manholes on the existing force main, which are both problematic. And our original design concept was that we designed it so that the force main was continually running in an uphill direction, so that you would eliminate any trapped air in the system. So we took their concept and then reviewed it, and then we came up with a slight variation to what they'd done. We accommodated most of the requests that they were looking for, but in some of the spots they're actually looking at shallowing it up less than what the DES standard is, which is 6 feet for a sewer pipe has to be buried 6 feet as a minimum. And then obviously they've introduced an air release structure to enable it to be shallowed up. So we reviewed that and we changed it so that it was continually rising. So the 2 issues we have is that one is that they're looking to recoup their costs for the directional drill piece that they've done, and then it's coming up to a solution that they can feel that they can get done for the remaining amount of the lump sum bid for the force rate. So that's where we're currently at. We will definitely need to sit down with them again to talk through, what compromises we're willing to take and what, what's reasonable in terms of, the additional costs that they're looking for. So there's going to be, another meeting that we're going to need to do to sit down with the contractor and just kind of hash that piece through.
Yeah, go ahead, Christina. Thank you, Steve.
Steve, I just had a clarification question. You said that we've paid them so far. What was that number again on the force main?
191,000.
116.67.
He
Yeah,
said-
well, it's in this sheet, so.
Oh, he said
25,000 for exploratory test pits, 30,000 for
Flag.
traffic management, and 52,000 for erosion controls, what it looks like. 107, and then 84,000 from above, so 191,
Okay.
116.67.
So, question, the 370 that they're claiming was the work that they've done so far, that doesn't include what we've already paid them?
They, in their calculation, the 370 is what they're looking to claim as a total. So yes, they didn't take into account. They should have deducted the 191,000 from the 370.
Okay, well, that's a little bit.
That's
That
actually
makes
better.
it sound better, but, yeah.
Well, and Steve, if I could ask you a couple questions around the changes that you guys have
Yeah.
examined. All right, so generically, what was the guarantee of performance, and for how long was the guarantee before under the previous design? And then what do any of these changes mean to those guarantees of performance of that equipment and for the longevity? Like for yourselves, so as engineers, you're signing off, whatever changes we do, you're signing off on the design. So does any of that change how long you're guaranteeing that design for the town of Bristol? Because again, we look at you guys as the experts, right? We're not experts, but changes mean we need to examine the risk profile that it gives the town, right? So that's sort of the first thing, and then the same thing from a performance perspective to the contractors. Like, every contractor would love it if we, to just use 3/4 stone instead of some of the things we have to do, right? Anyways.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good question. I mean, obviously, we're not going to put our name to something that doesn't meet the engineering standards. And, for the state of New Hampshire, DES have a very comprehensive set of regulations of how to design pump stations, wastewater treatment plants, and sewer pumps. So we have to design in accordance with that, and whether DES is funding the project or not, we do have to go through a design review process, and they have to formally approve the design that we come up with. So they look at making sure that we're complying with their regulations. So here, you know, the changes here, they are shallowing it up less than the 6 feet, so they would have to, the contractor would have to meet the 6 feet regardless, because that is a design standard that we have to meet. The air release structure, it does happen. Those do go in. You know, some, depending on your topography of your ground, obviously if the force main's got to go up and down to run with the topography of the ground, then when you have high spots in the pipe, you have to put in air infrastructure. So they do go in, but wherever you get the opportunity to be able to make the force main continually rising, then you don't have a problem trapping air, and so you don't have to have the air release structures. So that's, I mean, I'd have to see what Jeff would be willing to take on the force main with an air release structure. But I said the original design intent that we had with Jeff is we were going to continually have the pipe rising so that you wouldn't get any air entrainment.
Yeah, so what does that, are you suggesting that an air release structure increases the overall maintenance cost on an annual basis?
It's definitely an item that needs maintenance. Yes, you're correct. Yes.
Okay.
Can I ask another?
Yep.
Oh, so I just want to, so if we take the 370 they say that they've done in work and we subtract what we say we paid them, in essence, they're asking for about I'm rounding up, $180,000 over. Okay.
Of which we might have some dispute.
Right.
There was talk at the meeting about being charged for days of drilling that didn't seem appropriate.
Yes. Yeah. So the number that they provided, we did review that, and we did based on our field reports, in terms of the amount of time the contractor was on site with workers and equipment. So we do review that, and obviously we didn't come to the same number that they had.
But no, you okay, Sean? Yes. Okay. So how many feet originally was the forced main? Like how many linear feet was it originally? Like if this went swimmingly and they did it all directional drill for the $629,900, how many feet was that?
That was a total of 2,200 feet.
Okay, so
Can I ask another question?
yeah, go ahead.
How much did you say we had left in the contingency?
In round numbers, Christina, the contingency currently stands at $150,000.
Okay.
So
I mean, it sounds like we're narrowing down to a work.
It's a better number than we were thinking.
well, so how many feet did we get in? Like how many feet did they do? It was 200 and.
I believe they put in 300 feet, approximately 300 feet.
Okay.
They managed in with the
Let's go with
direction.
300. Okay, so just to be on the same page, right now, based on the number here of 629,900 for forced main, it's basically 300 feet represents a cost of what was represented was $86,000, $85,895, right? And what we're saying is 300 feet is 370 grand. Forget about the 191 for a second.
Yeah.
Right? So as a percentage of increase, Like, how did we go through the process of going, hey, we're way over? Like, again, I'm not here to kill them, but at the end of the day, if somebody did a bid for basically $629,900 for this part of the job, and again, you do it by the foot, they've put in $86,000 worth of stuff, right, between stuff and effort, and we're basically saying it's $370,000. Like how, like, at what point do we have a good back and forth? Because that's not a little miss of the target. That's a significant percentage difference.
Yeah, so so they submit the lump sum bid, then we by contract we have them break down that lump sum into what is referred to as a schedule of values. And we there's specific verbiage in the contract that tells them how they get paid and how we measure things to get paid. So they break the lump sum down into various items, and then it's based on when we're assessing, it's basically a percentage complete for those individual items, and that's done with us being in the field and reviewing what they've done thus far. So when their payment application comes in, we then review the payment application and check what they're claiming for.
Right, but I guess what I'm saying is right now at $370,000, again, ignore the 191. Right now, we've already more than doubled a payment when you look at it at a linear foot cost, right?
Yeah.
And right, so if I do it by the linear foot, again, we've already more than doubled. I get it, they ran into problems, so there's other things that we need to account for. I'm still good with that, but I'm not getting to 370 from
Part of it is.
from 86 grand. And then again, this comes back to the contract, and then what were the contractual requirements for communications and notifications, and how we manage all that between all of us.
I think we did, because we purchased all the piping, that might be part of the.
Okay,
Right.
totally, this isn't, I'm just trying to sort of
Yeah, no.
figure out how we get, because at the end of the day, Bristol authorized us to try to run a project to go and get this done. So for me personally, I look at it as, how do we make sure we get as close to, not a perfect project, but like, we're having to make compromises. But where is the compromise about the ease of construction versus the right thing for a long-term project for this community? Because if we go off and we do something that's gotta be repaired and dealt with in 5 or 10 years, that doesn't service the community well when it's a multi-million-dollar project. That's because now I look at it from a depreciation perspective. So if it's good for 30 years, I then take the $3 million and I divide it across 30 years, right? And I should be getting that much value out of it every year. I now need to also increase your budget, Jeff, from okay, I now need to maintain these other pieces. Again, I'm not saying we shouldn't make compromises, but all of this comes back to the math of how we do it. Anyways. And again, by the way, check me. All I did is I took the $629,900 from your sheet, and I, did the division by 2,200 feet.
Yeah,
And
that's
then
a little
multiply times 300.
that's a little bit of an oversimplification though, because there's fixed costs and variable costs on it. And the fixed costs, if you just put 3 feet in, the fixed costs are the same.
Yep.
You can't amortize those costs over the entire length when you've only done a few feet. So those are gonna be aspirations.
For sure, there are gonna be certain, and that's why I'm saying it's totally fine to do that, but at the end of the day, when you take a look at the contract and we're trying to now go, how do we change it, because we need to do open.
Right,
We need to account for that.
that's where it needs to be figured out is, what was their clause about hitting complications like this?
Yep.
And what was the remedy in that? That I don't know.
And then to your point, Don, then which one of these line items are fixed costs, which are just, maybe it's a mobilization piece, I don't know, because you gotta move a machine in and out. Like again, I'm not looking to kill anybody, but I'm trying to balance it off.
There are no mobilization fees in that.
I'm picking a random, right?
Yeah.
Like the whole point is you're right, that is probably oversimplified, but still at the same time, you know, this is, if a project went perfect, it would have been, you know, that it's.
It would have been that many more,
Yeah.
but
And how do we not get into the situation next week when they start back up?
There you go.
And then we go, you know, do they get this big overage and don't tell us until we're 200 grand in the hole again?
or are we at the point, are they capable of finishing the job?
I guess that's a good question, Steve.
I was gonna
Yeah.
say,
Do we have faith that they're capable of finishing the job?
By whatever means, but not to what they want to do, but to the proper specs, as you said.
Yeah, I mean, they're capable of doing the job. I think that it's going to take compromise on both sides, and they're kind of sticking their heels in at the moment. So we need to. I said we've been trying to accommodate them. You know, they did offer up a different concept. We've looked at that, and you know, you raised some very valid questions. You know, if we end up accepting the air release, then there is some costs not only just to put that in. There is the maintenance cost that that will contribute as well. So I think, you know, we need to, you know, meet with the contractor again, and we need to have a more frank and open discussion about, you know, what we're willing to accept and compromise on, and you know, and they're going to need to meet us halfway. I just feel at the moment we're not getting that cooperation. You know, it's at the moment it's very, everything they've come up with is in their favour, not the town's. And so we, this isn't uncommon. That happens on construction projects. We do, you know, come up.
We need to both walk away unhappy.
Well, I mean, listen, I think we all agree, it's not in our best interest,
Right.
it's not in our best interest to kill them.
No.
You know what I
So it sounds like the next step is, have you reached out to them for that next meeting?
We haven't. I sent our kind of layout to them yesterday, and they responded today with just a quick response to say they got it. So we will reach out to them, and we will arrange, you know, for another meeting with them to sit down and go through this piece in more detail.
Okay. Do you plan on doing that on site, or?
I think it's best with these type of meetings to do it in person. So you know, we would do this at the town offices where you are. So that would be the goal.
All right. Any other questions?
And this will be before we pay anything?
Yeah, before we pay.
Oh, yeah, we need, yeah.
right, we're not, we still have to pay them for Central's pumping station.
Yeah, that's
project,
fine.
yes.
Yeah.
But, I may not have, I just looked at my contract documents, Steve, and it looks like I may only have one portion of it. Can you send it to me when you get a chance?
Yeah, we have a fully executed copy of your contract. I can send that through.
Perfect, thank you.
Okay.
Because I just read through this whole thing and it doesn't really talk about, the one I have doesn't talk about what you do when you don't agree, so.
Yeah, mediation and such. Okay. Thank you very much, Steve. I know you'll be working with Christina and Jeff and keeping us informed, and if it makes sense to have one of us there, but also if it makes sense to not have one of us there, let us know.
Especially the guy with the calculator.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's, you know, it's this project is for the town, so I would probably encourage you to be there.
Okay.
You know, that says something.
He says that now.
Yeah.
If members of the select board are present at the meeting, you have your own questions, and you know, you can raise those, and you can see the answers you get from the contractors. So
Great.
I would encourage that.
All right. Thank you very much, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks, Steve.
Thanks, Steve.
Have a good night.
Have a good night.
Have a good meet.
I don't think he realized.
Cheers.
Three of us are engineers. though.
Right.
Hold on, he might now.
He might change his opinion if he do that.
Board is
As
a
far
little
as the
engineer
board
heavy.
area.
I mean, not that I want the project to go over obviously at all, but the number we were talking about.
It's a little less scary.
Is a little less scary than,
Yeah.
and we have contingency towards it.
Contingency and some back and forth would.
Right.
We can get it done.
So,
Yeah, yeah.
but
But, yeah, I don't, yeah.
we didn't talk about it that way before, it just made it
Well,
sound
I'm
like.
thinking, I think what they're saying is the amount of money, that's the amount of money that they spent and that's what they're owed at this point.
Right,
If they have to regroup, they may have.
yeah.
All right, but so when you say
Right, but
that's
we-
the amount they're owed,
we
it's
paid
not
it.
technically, because according to his sheet, we've paid them
We-
191,
Right, yeah,
right?
we-
You know what I mean? So when you say they're owed,
Well, that's the amount that they
That's- yeah,
have,
that's
that's
what
the
they're
amount they
saying.
have to do it.
Right.
How's that? That's a better way to say it.
yeah, no, I get it,
Yeah.
I'm just, it's all good.
No, it's
And
not
I-
the amount they have into it, it's the amount of billing they have into
You
it.
have a building to have it, yes.
All right,
I'm asking Jeff to hang out
Okay.
a little bit for the TA, there's some stuff in the TA report, but when we get to it.
Can I get out of the hot seat or do I have to stay there?
You have to stay there.
we're into the TA report, so.
Okay.
You want to sit over
I know, you wanna, if you wanna look at the info only folder, well, you can look at just the information only report. There's only one thing that I will announce, which is info number 9. If any, we've had one of our supervisors has resigned, Wendy Capone. She's done it for a number of years and we're very thankful for the work she's done. So, what are you laughing at?
I'm laughing because I remember her telling you that a couple of times.
She's
like, I'm out.
tried. I talked her out of resigning.
That's, okay, and
But
that's why
now-
I'm laughing.
Yes, and she did say that in front of John that time. I'm like, yeah, I've talked her out of it, I think 3 times. So she, I understand why. So though, if anybody's interested, they should submit their name. We don't appoint, as in the board doesn't appoint, the supervisors do within a certain time frame, and if they reach that time frame, then the moderator does.
Okay.
So, but if anybody is interested in being a supervisor of the checklist, they should definitely submit their name. And then I don't know if you have any other questions about the info only. I probably should, that people may not have seen the signs warning them that the DOT, the State Department of Transportation, is starting up a paving project. It's going from Danforth Brook Road out to New Hampton Town Line. Be prepared, there will be some challenges and some traffic, so.
Did we give them permission to put the sign on the?
No. I was going to ask if Highway did, but all of a sudden it was there, so.
I saw
But
this.
technically, they own some of that area.
Some of it, but not where the sign
I
is.
didn't think so,
Yeah.
so no. I didn't, but I was gonna check with Victor and ask him if Victor did. I don't think Victor did either, but.
Yeah, it just bothers me. It's not a bad place to put it.
Everybody can see it, but
Everyone can see it,
it's on
but
the
they didn't even
grass.
ask, and they put it right.
on the grass,
Yeah,
right?
we're trying to grow, right. All right. What else you got?
Okay, TA report discussion items. Which folder, there it is. I'm gonna skip down to number 5, because that's what we're holding Jeffrey for. The first one, so I will actually let Jeff explain it, but I will read a little bit of it. So we have a sludge dumpster, you know that. If you, well, you may not, if you haven't taken the tour. But the sludge, we have to test it before it goes to Merrimack, which is where our sludge is delivered. And our test in late May came back with higher levels on some of the limits than allowed. So we weren't allowed to deliver it to Merrimack, but I'll let Jeff explain that.
So, yeah, it was the SVOCs, 3 and 4 methyl phenol came in at a higher value than what's accepted, our limit. Our level was 640 milligrams per kilogram. The limit was for Class A 130, Class B 410. So that, as she said, stopped us from being able to take it to Merrimack until we've retested and confirmed that the levels. So we did that, came in at 7. So this is something we test for. Lots of times you'll get a high number and then you'll have a low number. We do a composite sample, but once in a while you'll get a hot spot in it. So we're back on schedule to haul the Merrimack. We held back on pressing as much as we normally do until we got those results, and now we're back up to speed. So
what did we have to do, like, what was the cause of was it just,
it's
like, is it an equipment maintenance thing? Like, what is there something that we?
It's the flow that's coming in the plant, the sludge that it's generating. There's a petroleum based, so that was just, when they're grabbing a sample, they're taking small amounts throughout the day, and
Okay.
happened to be the spot that they picked from.
And because when the second test went through, the levels were fine.
Right.
Okay, it's like.
It's not a,
So it's not, doesn't happen all the time, but it's not exactly uncommon, is I guess. what
exactly,
you
yeah,
got here.
yes.
Okay, all right, there you go.
Next item, water and wastewater system tours. There's a draft brochure in there. Jeff's gonna create a one-page flyer too, but his draft brochure is very informative. But if you're interested in taking a tour, there are 3 coming up, and these are also available to the public. So we're gonna try and get this out hopefully by the
You
beginning
got
of
your
this
own.
week. But
I highly recommend it.
yes,
It's a great
and you
tool.
gotta be ready for roughly 3
3 to
hours.
4, yeah, we start at 8
It's-
and end at noon, but that'll do the whole,
It's extensive.
I might just do like the first half, because I already saw
yeah.
toward the second half.
Well, no, you toured the first half. The first half was the plant, right?
No, the first is out
River.
in the
Sorry.
system,
First
Yeah.
stop's Follow River.
yeah.
Oh, so I want to do that one.
Did you read the
I'm-
brochure?
No, I didn't. I have to tomorrow, I told them.
But,
But,
yeah,
In your notes there.
so June 23rd, July 21st, and August 25th are the 3 that are scheduled. So if anybody in the public is interested, they should definitely sign up or show up to carpool, so.
Is it a lot of walking?
no, not, the most you do is right around the treatment facility itself, but basically making a few stops at our different stations throughout the system.
You guys stick your finger in, do a little swab test on the tanks.
Yeah.
Do not go when you're having a bad gag reflex.
And we end just before lunch at the wastewater plant, so.
I walked in and I'm like, for a different reason, we were doing inspections, and I'm like, I'm so sorry. Oh, I'm so sorry. I don't know what's wrong.
A lot of people do find it interesting, so.
It is very. I've taken.
I really like the history. It shows
It is.
what, yeah, but just the plant's always been there, but we've
Made-
invested along the
We
years.
have. Yeah, the townspeople have
Like
been
back to the
very
Bristol
supportive
Aqueduct
over,
Company.
yeah.
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 Are we any further with the rag grinder?
That, I'm hoping to put in the budget next
The
year.
muffin monster.
Yeah, I don't know what the new name would be.
But maybe we can have a naming.
Yeah,
contest.
yeah,
Yeah.
we're hoping to get that in next year's budget. for
Rational
sure, so.
register.
And,
Voting people face.
So we
we're-
are-
we're,
Well, that's under number C. You're jumping ahead.
Oh,
I'm kidding. Anything
this is
else?
kind of nice, like, it's not me that's making her jump ahead.
Anything else on the tours? Are you guys good on that? Okay.
Good, yeah.
No, but before we go forward, should we go back since Jeff is here? What's the deal with TA4?
Oh, yeah, I will go back to that, but we'll finish, if
Okay.
you're okay with that.
Yep.
So disposal bid items, Jeff and Victor, and there's a joke item on the list.
I saw that.
Okay.
I was gonna ask. I know, yeah, it's gotta be his feelings on it.
So Jeff and Victor have started a list of items for disposal RFP. One of the things when we were talking today was like, maybe we could do, I'm doing the yard sale here, and I am gonna do it personally, but I'm also, maybe there's stuff the town could set this price for that we
Yeah.
wouldn't go below. and we could sell at a yard sale if you, but I needed permission to do that if you're okay with that. But like the generator, we were thinking the generator, the line sprayer, the MIG welder, those are things that might be easier than sending them out to have a bid done.
Yeah,
on them,
I
so.
don't have any issue with that.
And then I could check and see if any other departments have stuff. Poor Jeff has had the line sprayer and the MIG welder in his garage
Not the
for-
MIG welder.
Oh, no, the line sprayer for
Just the
how
line.
long?
Is the welder the big one like right in front of the door?
I'm not sure, it's Victor's.
Victor's,
Highway?
Yeah.
Victor's got the MIG welder and then.
Oh. John and I both were happy.
Sean's over there
I'm
going,
thinking,
"Whoa,
does
wait a
the
minute."
generator work? No. No.
It
But-
does work, but we just couldn't rely on it, so.
So I can have them stuff loaded into a truck and left here
Yeah.
so that I can take care of it, but if you're okay with that. But we would set the price and I wouldn't sell it for below that price.
Yeah.
So. Okay. But if you want to look at the pictures, the vehicle is, so under, there's a dump truck, I can share it, Jeff. There's a dump.
Wow.
There's a single plow by itself, and then there's another truck. Is that, what is that one, Jeff? Sorry, I'll share it.
So one ton is for,
Both,
It's both.
1 ton. The Ford is a 1 ton and the dump truck is a 1 ton.
So
Both
no
diesels.
prices have been talked about yet on these things, but.
Both of them have low miles, but they're rusting out. The dump truck has no brakes, the brake lines failed because of the rust.
How about the frame?
The frame isn't too bad, really, but.
I'd like
But the
to,
rockers are rusted out. It's the dump body is the value in that truck, and then I think it's got the diesel, Duramax diesel with an L.
The 350s, they aren't, I just found that out, they're not exempt from the inspection, the new non-inspection, they still have to be inspected?
Oh, right, yeah,
I
yeah.
think so.
Yeah, I think I've
I
heard
think
that
the
too.
1 tons do,
Yeah.
yeah.
And we decided just to separate out the plow, because that plow's been on both those trucks, so if somebody had an interest in one of the trucks and wanted to.
Yeah,
we thought we might-
There you go.
make a good
Cool.
logging road plow.
Exactly, yeah, yeah.
Sander.
Yeah, the Ford has like 80,000 miles on it, so
Yeah.
miles wise, it's not a lot, 120 on the dump.
so we'll work on bid documents and a pricing, but we'll bring it back before we post anything.
Okay.
So, but we wanted to get it ready and.
Yeah, I was thinking post it for like a month or something like that, maybe, I don't
Yeah.
know what the standard is, but,
Yeah, I think that's what we did
yeah.
with the fire vehicles when we did them, so.
What we did, we parked them, just on the uphill side of our garage, so if people wanted to kind of peer at them through the fence, they're in a good spot to do that.
All right, going back to TA, so TA number 3 and 4 I can do together, so, the farmer's market group is maxed out of available sites at that location. Parking's been a problem,
Yeah.
traffic's been a problem, so they have decided that they're gonna relocate to Village Kitchen. Which is a really good spot for them. They'll be starting at that field on June 27th. So along with that, I thought it was perfect time for us to think about, maybe not this year, but maybe next year, we figure out what do we want to do with the park?
Yeah, absolutely.
And one of the things I wanted to bring to the board, Jeff's like, well, we have this, and I'm like, what do you mean you have this? And so if you look at under, I'm gonna try to share it too. Where am I? TA number 4, they say hydrant on them. I'm gonna try to get it on the screen. Jeff sent me pictures. I think this is so cool, and I think that we've got these other historical items at that Millstream Park. I don't know why we're not also doing something with this.
Yeah, no, I like that idea a lot.
I'm gonna try and share it on screen, sorry, Jeff sent me better pictures. So, I don't know what the ideas would be, but I thought about, we wanted
I would
to,
volunteer to clean that up and paint it.
yeah. It would be nice
It's
to
a cool
cut the
little
trees
item, yeah.
around it and maybe level it off a little bit so somebody
Oh,
can stand there.
where is it?
It's on
It's on the bike path, just outside the fence.
How did I not see that?
It's probably hidden now because of
Because-
the foliage.
Because you weren't walking through the woods.
It doesn't have bark on it, that's why.
Hey, no bark on it, yeah. The trees around it, the trees around it aren't big enough.
It's tied into the original aqueduct system back in, I
That's
think,
awesome.
So it's not hooked up?
1890s. Yeah, so.
Is it,
That's funny.
is it between the bridge and the first set?
Just as you go over the walking bridge on the
Yeah.
right-hand side,
On the right?
on the
Okay.
right.
Isn't it cool?
That's
It's
very,
so
very
cool. And what Jeff told me about it, it's, he believed to be about 1890. It was manufactured by the Chapman Valve Company in Boston, Mass. So even if you did something like a framed off area, people could stand there with a plaque on it
Yeah.
and go up to it.
Do me a favor, email me
Yep.
that picture and the information that you just said, the Chapman something or other, and I'll start doing some sleuthing on the internet for what it would have looked like color-wise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I didn't know if there's anything else at Millstream that we didn't know this was there.
Oh, don't get me started, I can, yeah.
I mean, Mark told me about, I know penstock is a pipe, but Mark told me there's an old penstock.
Yeah,
You
well,
know?
there's actually 2 additional dams that were breached. There's 2 dams between the bridge, the walking bridge, and the traffic bridge. There's 2 old dams in there that have been breached. Because there was a dam for each of the two big manufacturers. There were 2 mills, 2 huge mills there.
Right.
And each one had their own dam so they could control their water flow.
You should do the one of
There
those
should be a ton
information
more of
plaques.
signage down
Yeah.
Yes.
Number 2,
What?
when we did,
Well, no, kind of like the one that's by the other, I was thinking kind of like the one that's by the other dam that we don't know what it says, so
we do know what it says
Did you find
because
it?
I took a picture of it and ran it through AI and it was able to put it back together. I changed a couple things, but yeah, it was able to piece it back together.
I think we should fix that
So
one.
I have that, and I've actually been meaning to just go ahead and just buy that plaque and put it on there. Technically, we need permission from
Which I think they.
Freudenberg
I
to
think they
do
did.
that. When we did the bike path, we just threw up fencing along the edge of the bike path. That fencing should be pushed to the river. Because there's spots between the fencing and the river's edge that are flat, that are basically inside where the old mill buildings used to be. That you could have a picnic table, you know, you can look out
Oh, yeah, nice.
over the river. There's a lot that can be done there for, I think,
Not a
little bit.
lot of money, right?
Cut a little brush, you know, we'd have to, because it's the riverside, we'd have to, you know, probably do a shoreline.
Yeah,
Okay, but whatever, but
yeah.
But yeah,
Well, and Jeff and I are talking about, there's more land there than
exactly,
that we're not utilizing in some
Right.
way, so.
yeah.
So it's like, so good.
So to piggyback on that, remind me on the selectmen items.
Okay, remind us, okay.
Remind you for,
Yeah, there's a lot that can be done there, because, yes, there's a couple of signs, but they really don't,
Right.
there's a lot more that can be done, I think, to incorporate that whole thing. And then, what do we do on the flat area where they have it's sort of flat, but not really flat? You got the slope going where we just filled in where the building was, where the old Millstream
Yeah.
restaurant was. And, you know, maybe we have a retaining wall there, or a couple, and you'd have some steps.
Yep.
Maybe you have like a 2-level retaining wall that people could sit on, and you could actually have like small things happening
Yeah,
on the green space.
which would be, so right now you've got, we had to clean up bricks before, there
Yeah,
are
still
bricks
some
still there.
concrete.
Yeah, we have to dig some, there's some
Right.
detritus in there for sure, but,
We
yeah.
talked about making that bank and
You like that
down
word? That's a
better.
good word, you should use it.
What did
I gotta look it up.
What did you say?
Detritus.
That's a
Detritus.
50% word.
Detritus.
I've never heard that word.
D-E-T-R-I-T.
Hey
Look at
Siri, what is detritus?
All right, well, I'll send you the stuff.
We
We'll start
have,
with
we
the
have
hydrant.
we have several properties that have detritus
Oh, South Main Street.
strewn around. Right, our South Main Street property has a lot of detritus. But yeah, that's awesome.
All right. So, all right, I will send you that
And,
stuff.
and I
then
think
we'll
that's a
start.
project that, you know, again, we don't, we don't need a bunch of engineered drawings, we just
Right.
need to, we do the
Come up with
shoreline
a plan.
permit
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
cut some brush, leave as many of the trees that are growing there as possible, but cut some brush and push that fence back to the edge.
Is the fence good?
No, it's garbage. They
I was
just,
gonna say, because that might be what would cost us, if we did like the nice black fence.
eventually, I'd rather have something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
That's more in.
And move it down,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
Hey, Sean,
yeah, thank you, John. Yeah,
see you guys later.
all right.
Careful.
Yeah.
Do you have any public items?
All right.
Okay, but I think that's it for Jeff.
I think so, I don't.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure, you were part of those things, so.
Thank you, Jeff.
Thank you, Jeff. Did
No,
you,
thank
you
you.
have anything? I can't remember.
No, I just,
anything
maybe
else.
just publicly announce that Ben got a certification.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, so-
Congratulations to
Yeah,
Ben
Sanborn.
Sanborn.
Yeah, excellent.
Um,
You have any other historic items down there you wanna, we can have a little lineup of historic,
You'll see on the tour what we have, I guess.
what's that?
We have some stuff you can see on the tour.
Yeah,
That's, yeah. some
that's,
cool
that's
stuff.
historic.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Actually, we do have the penstock that you talked about behind our storm center pipe yard.
yeah,
A piece of that was taken out many years ago and placed there, but it's like a 6-foot riveted together penstock.
yeah, it'd be nice to, again, I think we can,
We can
Do
definitely
something.
come up with something.
yeah. All right, thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks, Jeff.
All right, have a good night, Jeff.
You too.
Talk to you
See ya.
tomorrow.
Sounds good.
Going backwards now. I didn't do June employee appreciation, so congratulations to these employees for another year. Where am I? At the beaches, we have so what we've done different with the beaches is we've now, if you come back every year, we don't close you out. We keep you as an employee because it didn't make sense that we made them reapply every year. So Amanda Fleury's been with us for 6 years. I think that's the longest beach attendant we've had. But,
Emma might get,
Emma's
she
pretty
might be like
close.
5. This
Yeah.
might be her 5th year.
yep.
Yeah,
In the executive department, Deb Tivy is 9 years.
wow.
Fire department, Ben LaRoche. Chief LaRoche is 22 years. Jeremy O'Neill is 1. George Clayman is 15 years. Jacob Moran is 3 years. Oops. Holly Eckerd was 2. Unfortunately, Holly just submitted her resignation, so. Sarah Ford is 1 year. Cameron Foster is 4 years. Sarah Hagener is 2 years. On the highway department, we have Eric has been with us longer, but he switched to the highway department and he's celebrating a year there. And then Victor Greenwood has been with us 11 years.
Wow. That
Minot
doesn't-
Sleep, sorry.
I was just gonna say, that doesn't seem possible.
I know.
I remember. Yeah.
Minot Sleeper Library, Cindy Westfall has been with us for 24 years at the library. And then in the police department, Nick Kelly has been with us 13 years. So.
Awesome.
Under number 2, there's an invitation.
That makes
or-
him about 33 now?
What?
Yeah.
Yeah. Who did you say?
Is
B?
it, that makes Nick about 33 now?
I know, I think so. He doesn't look it, no, I'm kidding.
Yeah, yeah.
Under number 2, there's an invitation for a community visioning charrette. The TTCC is holding this charrette and inviting the public to participate. The session will be held at the 90 Lake Street property. Anyone who uses their services or who is simply looking to be part of the process, boy, I have typos, should come and provide input. It is June 16th from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Number 6, there's some nice, well, yeah, I know I probably wouldn't share anything that was, no, I'm kidding. Under number 6, there's some comments of the transfer station that I've received. The first one,
Yeah, this is great.
a citizen stopped in at the town clerk tax collector's office and told them what a fantastic job everyone at the transfer station is doing. The gentleman said it is a dramatic shift. All the employees are very helpful, courteous, and kind. So I thought that was something nice to share. And the second comment actually came from a former town administrator from another town who actually has a property here in Bristol. She said, just a note to say what a good hustle the guys at the transfer station have.
I like how she put that.
Sorry, I'm gonna describe, thin guy with mid-length hair, wouldn't take no for an answer and gave the dog a biscuit. Saw him literally run to help the next guy, and it was 11 a.m. Great work ethic, just thought it was worth the say so.
Yeah,
So.
perfect.
Number 7, there's a picture of a donation from the events committee of the Loon in my office.
Nice.
I think that that's a fingerprint one done by the list. So I wanted input. I'm not gonna read my whole paragraph there. I wasn't sure about where we should put it. So it's either this room or the main lobby as the only, because if we bring it upstairs, people aren't gonna see it as much upstairs. I think.
I would think you can see it in the lobby, yeah.
This room or the lobby?
Yeah, wherever that clock is, move that clock out of it.
I don't think is that?
It's pretty big, but if we have a spot in the lobby for it, that would be great.
Well, if we put it in the center, we can still put the other pictures around it. Right now, they're kind of spread out a little, so it might be better.
Yeah, but out there, don't we usually display?
We do, but I don't,
Artists.
we would have to put a note not for sale on it.
Right, so that's why I say put it in here. Separate it.
All right, vote. Here, or who votes for here? Who votes for?
John did too.
Who votes for the main lobby?
Lobby.
I think the lobby.
Whatever emotions we can have discussion.
Consensus. The sort of consensus is to have it in the lobby.
I should share it so people can see it, sorry.
Yeah. Did you see that video, the one he painted, was just a contemporary art piece, I don't know, it was like, he did use his finger paint, it was amazing.
Oh,
It's like-
he's, yeah.
And it's amazing, it's all fingerprints, so.
Yeah, these are really cool because like everyone, it's a group project and everyone dips their finger in and does the little.
Right.
That one?
Yeah.
That's fingerprints.
Yep.
Yeah, but everybody, it's a different person.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
you'll go to an event, we'll
It's
have an
I
event.
think this was at Old Home
Yeah.
Day last year.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I think
And
so.
like kids will come up and because each one of those is a little dot. Yeah.
They're little fingerprint dots.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's in my office right now, but, so we can get it hung in the lobby then. Number 8, I just need to confirm, I'll ask John separately. Select board accounts for the 626 training, we're getting final counts so we know what food to get. We've gotten a donation of a gift card from Walmart, so we're gonna use that to purchase some of the food. And then I was gonna say, who has volunteered to cook? Wasn't it Dawn?
Yeah.
What time is that?
So you'd have to probably be here by 11 to start cooking. We close this building at 10:30. It's 11, technically it's 11 to 4. We're gonna try and get people out early. It's a Friday, June 26th. Mandatory barbecue training, we do recognition at it.
Should we be there? Is
If
that
you can, yes.
the 26th?
Yeah. You don't have to stay for the whole training part, but we have the select board volunteers to cook, so hot dogs and hamburgers and veggie burgers. And then,
Like 3.
I know.
We don't let Rob cook though. Only ever did that once.
Yeah, we learn quickly. No, I'm kidding. But we will supply, we did actually chosen, instead of having departments bring in the way we were doing it before, we're paying this year for the food. So, because I found the department head was the one who was paying for it, which it really shouldn't be them. It's supposed to be recognizing everybody in some aspect. So next week's meeting, you will be reviewing the outstanding service nominations to pick a award recipient as well, so.
What time would I want to be here on the 26th?
Yeah, probably 11. 11 is opening, you could come at 10:30. We ordered a pop-up because there are no pop-ups. This is gonna be one we're keeping for us, because every time town needs one, we don't have one, so we ordered one. We've got the fans we talked about because that building will be a sauna if it's as hot as it was today, so we've ordered fans for that building.
Get the
And-
grill from TTCC.
And we're gonna have the grill from TTCC. The only conflict we may have is Thursday night is community night out, everybody wants to go to that. I don't know, I think they're using the grill, so if they get a rain out, the grill is needed Friday night, so we may have to do a little finagling, but we should be able to get that all straightened out, so. We'll have, we'll have trays and stuff like that, that's like we do normally, and we'll have the other food like we do normally. Currently we have Primex is coming. They will be joining us for Slip Trip. I don't know which one's
Slip Trip and
first.
Falls.
Slip Trip and Fall, that seems to be our biggest issue still.
Yeah.
And they are also gonna be doing, because we've talked about doing harassment every other year, they're doing harassment for us this year.
Okay.
So that gets that taken care of, and then we'll do recognition. We will also do, in addition to the award recognitions, we're also gonna do the one retirement recognition from the board, so. And then, I think that's it. We're gonna try and get people out early if we can.
Okay.
So confirmed that you four will be there?
I'll be there.
Yes.
I haven't heard about those drinks.
You haven't sent me an email?
I did.
No?
Yes, I did.
you
You want me to bet?
Monster.
I sent you an email for this and the volunteer.
Didn't get it.
I'll send it to you again tomorrow.
Which email did you send me to?
Your work one, I thought.
Let me check my spam.
I'll
It could be in the spam.
Alright, I'll resend it to your Bristol one just to be safe. Okay. And do we have to pick it up?
No.
Last time we had to pick it up, that's why I'm asking.
That's because you're being difficult last time.
Oh, wasn't? I'm being difficult now.
I got it.
Thank you. What? I
Fire department had to pick it up. Because they picked
No, the highway department picked it up. All right, sorry, we're in a dispute over here. All right, I didn't hear from everybody on the banners, so I just wanted to get the final votes in. Under TA9, there are 3 options, A, B, and C.
C's the winner.
C works for me.
It's probably unanimous. I forget what I voted.
I think I voted.
You did not, Sean. Sean and Don
I know I
did.
didn't, I just saw it today.
What?
You and Don didn't. I got Scott, and John.
I sent an email. Hold on. Because
It's
probably in my draft.
Yeah, it's in, no, you did, yeah, like I do.
I don't remember seeing it, but
I did not, but put me down for C.
C, okay.
See also.
All right.
C's unanimous.
So C is 1.
Is that the one you picked?
No,
Which one did you
I
pick?
picked A. But that's okay. I like C. I'm good with C. C is much more clear, I think, too. One of the department heads responded that, and I swear I talked to them all, but apparently I missed this department head. I can't believe we're going away from the new town CO. We need to stop going away from it. I'm like, we're not. It's the 250th. And then,
I'm not going away from it, we're gonna get rid of it.
I know, I said, well, if certain people have their way, we won't be doing it. Okay,
Well, I answered you in my mind.
I'm glad I didn't miss it.
I mean, I just think I remember writing
All
that.
right, so we'll get that, we want to get those in as soon as we can, so we're gonna get them ordered tomorrow, or find a place that will do them tomorrow. Want to start up building tours again? We never did this.
Yeah.
We never did this building, not that you don't know this building, but I think it would be good for some people. So I was thinking about doing it next week or But it would be at 4 o'clock.
Yeah.
Does that work for people?
Next week.
If it doesn't, then I can reschedule.
Can we do it after the holiday? Yeah, we haven't done fire safety building.
You might, we have done that, but you wanna do it again?
Yep.
Well, that's what I was asking, what other buildings do you wanna tour again? So if you do
You
it
mean for public tour or?
after, well, we just do building tour, we usually meet, like we did transfer station, we've done highway
Oh,
department.
for the board.
For the
For the
board,
board.
yeah. After the holiday, we put it on July 16th, would you rather do that then?
Probably, yeah.
Okay. And then you wanna do public safety building again at some point, anything else? Well, I mean, I don't know, the library is something you'd be interested in touring?
I
now
would,
that we-
Yeah.
yeah. Did we end up buying a new heating system?
Yeah, we paid for it already, they had to. So while we're talking about the library, they did hire a new library director. She starts on June 15th, and her name is Jessica Ross, so.
Great, welcome.
That's good.
and
Let's have her in as soon as possible.
I can have her come in.
Yeah, seriously. Yeah. Maybe not the first week on the job, but.
We're gonna have her come to, we have our department head meeting the first week she's here, so we're gonna bring her in for that,
Yeah.
so.
That's one of the weird things the way libraries are set up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's a department head, but she's not under us.
Right, we're the agents to hire and fire, but not for library.
Not for library.
Yeah.
This one isn't labeled, but there are 2 pictures in your department, whatever, discussion folders. The highway department has installed I'll share it on the screen, has installed the New Hampshire Marathon sign. So that gets one more taken care of at the lake.
And I did see Victor late in the day today pulling the supports down.
He was taking pictures for me. I'm like, hey, where's my pictures?
Oh, that's what he was doing? I figured he was pulling in to take the supports down.
I know, taking
Yeah.
pictures for me, so.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it's a little bit cluttered with all that wood there.
It's not centered, right? Right, Don?
It's, yeah, actually,
Actually, the
it's
home
Swim
with
with a
Swim with a Mission is slightly out of plumb.
Yeah.
exactly, I was just gonna say that.
It could be the picture.
It's totally wrong. Now, every time you look at it.
Let me see, I'll share this other one. I don't know why they're,
We can cheat and just
Don, for the record,
move the
the
sign.
beach sign
Yeah.
it's
is an
not.
optical illusion.
Oh, it is?
When you stop and look, it's centered.
Oh, it's just on
We
the photo.
went and checked out and they were like, I was like, it's maybe 1/8 of an inch, 3/16 off. That's it.
Okay.
Yeah. That's not like it's tight like in the picture, it looks like that.
Yeah, parallax in the picture.
Yeah.
So I just have one more,
Before we were
NLRA, I'm gonna try to get a circle and get them taken care of, so.
Yeah.
And yeah, they're the last ones, and then I think,
Long-range shooting.
That's good, because it looks like it's made to change the date easily, is
yeah,
that
they
right?
do.
Yeah.
Well, so our other signs are the same for them, it
Okay,
changes the dates. Then what I'd like to do is go back and come up with an agreement with them all.
Yeah.
When the sign needs to be repaired, who's repairing them and who's
Yep.
replacing them, and work on that. Because we've cleaned up what was before, and now let's move forward and set agreements, so. Okay, and then the last thing that I think I have is, I'd like to start looking into phase 2 of the parking lot. It wouldn't be this year we'd do it, but I'd like to start looking into the plans. I know that we talked about pushing it for more parking on the far end. We didn't talk about it, but we should consider lighting.
Yeah.
And I don't know if there's anything else that you want to, it should be repaved, the whole, we've only paved the entrance. Is there anything else that you would like us to look into while we start getting those numbers?
Yes. Drainage.
Oh, drainage.
Drainage against the
wall,
against the retaining walls.
yeah. And possibly,
Stairs.
do you think that retaining wall is still sufficient enough? Like, if we're gonna put money into it, do we need to?
The retaining wall between the,
Yeah, we
The
own the
one we've had
retaining
repaired.
wall.
yeah,
So we own the retaining wall is what we found out. I have the
Right.
survey
Probably
upstairs.
include a price for a ready block, the nice looking.
Nice one, not like this.
Yeah.
This stuff is starting to.
yeah, we should probably have something along the top.
Yeah, like you mean a railing or?
No, just like
A
some
top.
kind of nice looking ready block or,
They make a top cap for those.
yeah, because as it is right now, you can back right off that and
Right.
down.
Like, so like a built-in curb.
Yeah,
Okay.
and yeah, and let's figure out lighting, yeah.
Yeah, because then the lighting could be built into that, near that wall, probably
Yeah.
along that side
Yeah.
would be better.
I think when he installed it will expand. The light, when he installed the light where he did for us,
Yeah.
he also installed to the corner of the building, the church building, I believe, underground, so that we could expand out.
Right.
So,
Has anybody complained about the light being too bright or direction or, no?
no.
Yeah.
They will now.
We will be bringing back, I'm gonna try to have it, I didn't get the class 6 stuff ready, I have my notes, but I'll have that for next meeting.
Okay.
I'd like to also bring back parking lot, names and
Oh,
assignments and
Yep.
roles.
Yep.
I've got some,
Um,
most of that finished.
Anything that we do there, we should, as a courtesy,
Yep.
show HTC.
Oh, yes, yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
So once we get a plan together, we will go to HTC with the plan.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somewhat on iron, like
We're,
a iron hanger. with
yeah,
white
something
and
that
black.
looks
Yeah.
decent.
are we looking for any additional trees anywhere? Or, I think the
I don't
oak is
think
good.
so, yeah.
Don't forget signage too, put in.
Yeah,
for-
once I come
Put a
back
line
to you
in.
to ask you for a new name.
Yeah, but have a line for signs.
Because I don't like the one you picked.
I don't remember.
Maybe we could have,
Opposite.
yeah, I'll have to think about that, something that,
Maybe an info plaque on the parsonage building too, would be nice.
yeah,
A nice plaque that tells about what was here, the parsonage building.
yeah,
And it was,
before and after.
there's a lot of stuff before the parsonage too.
Right.
Right, the doctor's office,
Yeah.
It was a tavern at one time. I
the
thought.
was that a tavern too?
I think that was across the street.
The
Oh,
tavern,
okay.
Was
Oh, I
that-
thought-
The tavern
I
was
thought somebody
right
said
here.
originally that was a
Yeah.
tavern as well.
I thought it was the, right here.
this one was a tavern right next door.
Yeah.
And he
Oh,
put
maybe
that
that
nice
was it.
sign up there to show it, but, okay, we can get more history on it with our research analysts.
Yep.
So, okay. All right, we'll work on that. I think that's it for me.
All right. Selectmen items, Scott.
I got a couple things. I was at Spring again after hours.
Oh, I didn't do the lights, my
The
fault.
limbs.
I
The
forgot the
limbs,
lights.
The limbs.
Yeah.
I forgot the
We'll
lights.
start with the limbs and the light, so.
I
It's running, so I timed it, we're just under 2 minutes a gallon, so
Okay.
with flow. Flow is.
So, we talked a little bit about it at the Conservation Commission, and we had slowed it down a little bit. I can't remember, the whole thing with the test, two things. One, we're retesting it again this weekend. Because there was even though there was
less than.
it was a very low coliform number, and what they said was less than 1 on the E. coli. So we're testing that again just to make sure that's clean.
I did recommend
So we're
that they
controlling the
do-
flow.
So that's what Dick said but the problem is to make any adjustment, we have to open it up again. Because we've sealed the top. But let me double check with him, because I want to be
We're
there.
out of the drought now, I mean, they don't
Right.
turn around We can speed up and try, like, the turnaround time is so
Yeah.
slow.
Yeah, so
2 minutes again.
I'll double check with them. There was some kind of problem, like, it's one of those weird things, if I remember right. It's one of those weird things, like, if you open it all the way,
It drains it.
well, no, I think it gets like a little vacuum or something, like
It
it,
splashes.
yeah, and then, so it's almost worse. And there's
Yeah,
a
it stirs
sweet
things up
spot,
too much, yeah.
there's a sweet spot just a little bit shy
I
of
think
that,
if we can
so
get it to a gallon a minute.
Yeah, but if
I'll double check.
They
with-
used to be 30.
you have
Yeah,
to be.
30 seconds a gallon.
Yeah,
It
But then,
does,
that's when it splashes.
it does drain it too, though, if you open it all the way, because
Yeah.
we were having no water coming out, and
and then water,
And
and
then
then,
water.
yeah.
But I
so-
think we're out of the, I think we've had.
So I'll
we're not out
double
of
check
trouble.
on Saturday.
no,
We've
it
had
wasn't
enough
during the
rain.
drought, sorry,
No?
no. You have to, it's a fine tune,
Yeah,
you have to make sure it's in a certain spot.
and
Like you
the
said,
other
the
problem
sweet
is
spot.
it's hard to reach. Like
Yeah.
when I opened it after we cleaned it, I was shoulder deep in that, like hanging in shoulder,
Trying to
hold my
get-
whole ankles. Yeah. So he made a little tool to get down there and to do that.
Is it just a ball valve or what?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, and those are hard to feather.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Did, who's doing the test this weekend, 'cause she's.
Dick.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I mentioned when Janet Cody raised the concern, I mentioned that you should do it and make sure you're getting numbers this
Right.
time though, so that you feel comfortable.
Right.
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 Other than that, trash has been looking good there. The only thing is like, one of the concrete curbs is like, has been knocked over for
Good
some
job,
time.
yeah.
I don't know if we wanna ask the highway.
Yeah,
department to put it-
so that was the other thing, we can,
Fix it, or-
we can talk with highway, with the bucket, the new bucket truck, about
On those limbs.
trimming up the limbs on the big pine on the corner.
There's a beech limb now going over everything. I
Okay.
think it's beech, one of the
Yeah.
deciduous trees.
It blocks whatever little light comes from that light.
Yeah.
Yeah.
While, Highway is going to start doing the repair on the bike path.
Oh, thank you.
I saw Vic, yes.
I've gone down and taken a
Has
look at
Victor said
that.
what they're gonna, their details of the repair?
Right now, last I heard, they took the jet rotor out because there is a pipe drainage there, and that's probably what's been bubbled up. And they may have to replace that. Because it sounds like, I don't know if it's crushed or not, but.
Oh, and this is gonna be, it's gonna be like an old house you open up and you're gonna find a couple
Yeah.
of, because Mark was telling me, he thinks there's a pipe in there that they didn't address when they did
Right.
the trail, because it's always been wet.
Yeah,
And it's always created that little bubble up
Yeah.
hole spot.
And that's fine if we ditch it
Yeah.
and then get it under.
Over and over.
Yeah, and get it under the path.
Plenty of crushed stone and drain.
He's gonna keep track of the cost too.
Yeah. The other thing is that's owned by the state,
The bike path?
yes. The land that the bike path is on there is owned by the state of New Hampshire. The Dam Bureau.
Okay.
I'm not saying let's not do it, I'm just saying, I mean, they gave us the right of way to, when we did the bike path.
Gotta repair it.
To do it, so,
I'll have Victor just.
We may
double
wanna
check
notify
that.
them. yeah,
Yeah, tell them we're gonna repair
right.
it, in those words.
Right.
And so while we're talking about the bike path, I'd just like to remind the public that near the dam, the old dam building with the old pond, the asphalt pathway through there is not a parking lot, that is a walking path. And when I drove by the other day, there was a car parked right on it.
Oh,
Yeah, we do all the time.
So, and then, I had dropped off some retired flags at the, public safety building, and, the fireman was telling me that they do have a box in the lobby,
Yeah.
but they'd like to upgrade it. So if there's anybody from the public that would like to contribute a project, it's a good Eagle Scout project, but if there's anybody else that is good, would stop in and see Chief LaRoche about, what they're kind of looking for a box.
Okay. Or if they wanna donate a new smoky.
We're gonna-
I'll shut up.
And that's, oh, and then I already talked about the, looks like a failed culvert underneath,
Yeah, I
Lake
wrote
Shore,
that down.
right, by the beach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
Okay, Scott.
Is the police department still selling challenge points, do you know?
Yes. Do you want me to resend the link?
Yeah, please, thank you.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'll pick that,
I'll resend the link.
yeah.
So I had a question about the highway department. When I emailed you about the guardrail on Wycombe Road,
Yep.
when
Victor?
Vic was here, he's like, oh yeah, that's been hit a few times over the past few years.
Yep.
So he knew it had been damaged. So what triggers them to initiate a repair?
It's budget partly, but, so that is being repaired. We did get, you guys signed
Yeah,
the purchase order.
But
It's
if I had to
budget
say
and
something,
scheduling, yeah.
It was on a
Oh,
list already?
yes,
that
yes.
Okay,
Yeah, it was already slated to be done this year.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay,
So,
okay.
but when you said it, I found out from him it was already slated to be done this
Okay.
year.
All right,
So,
good. I thought maybe it would just.
do we review it with the road committee too?
We haven't talked about that with
Yeah.
the road committee at all, but I would add to it that the one along Lakeside is a disaster.
Yeah.
And is there a process for residents to report stuff like that?
They can always call the town offices, they can always call Victor as well at the highway department, they have a.
Is there anything on the website that says, if you see something in disrepair, let us know here?
No, but maybe that's a good idea.
Just put
So-
a comment box on the, yeah, right on the homepage.
I'm gonna pull Kate in. Kate, is there a way, do you think, to make a comment box and have it directed to somebody on the website?
I'm sure, yeah, there's all these forms.
Opening us up for, can we?
So in essence, they could open a quote-unquote ticket.
Maybe go to your admin,
And that could be,
administrative assistant.
you know,
Executive.
Yeah.
you open a ticket that says, that it's damaged along this road.
Yep,
And then so the response would be, okay, we go out, highway supervisor, you email back, highway supervisor looked, it's being put into our maintenance schedule. Or it's not an issue at this time, we'll address it, whatever the answer may be, but at least it's a direct way for the public to.
So
to report
currently,
something, yeah.
Yeah.
currently people just post it on the community page.
Right.
Got it, yeah.
Yeah, there's a big lip
Yeah.
on the sidewalk, so I'm like, Victor, I just texted him. And they're right on, like.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
Well,
That's good.
Kate and I will come up with something, maybe make it more check boxes and
Yeah.
a small
Yeah.
line instead of it being a complaint form. it
Right,
could
yeah,
be
I don't want it to
reported-
be a complaint
Yeah,
box.
And it shouldn't be a commitment, like, the
Right.
highway department has to respond within a certain, I think just a way for them to learn what's going on out there.
Right,
Right? Not that they're not on top of it
Well,
either, but,
they do travel the roads, like especially after storms, they'll travel and check the condition of the roads, or they'll check different areas, but they may not see something. Or they may know about it, but they may not be able to fix it this year, so.
One thing that did come up in our last committee meeting on the roads, and I was pleasantly surprised and frankly pretty impressed that, because the problem is we have an institutional knowledge where all these pipes are,
Okay.
right? But we don't necessarily have everything mapped. But what I like what they've done is they've said, okay, we're gonna go repair this basin. While we're there, we're mapping everything around it, right? So we know, and in some cases, we know that this goes here, but we know that there's one here and there's one here. We don't know what happens in between, because,
Right,
because there's no pipe.
Yeah.
You look in this one and there's no pipe running that way, it's running this way, but there's no collection over here.
yeah.
So they're putting all that into that road layer, the water layer on the website.
You won't be
Yeah,
able to
yeah.
see it yet,
Right,
because we have a staff login that they're putting it into,
Right.
so, yeah.
So I was really happy to hear that.
Yeah.
It's not just, okay, we did this, check mark, but it's also, now when we, like Beach Street's a great example, when we go to do the drainage on Beach Street, we already have 80% of the information, without having to spend days,
Yeah.
dedicated days trying to figure out what, every time they go to a structure, they map what comes in, what comes out, and it's,
Yeah, it just keeps getting better.
yeah.
That's cool.
And while you're on Beach Street, we're still working on easements.
Right.
I'm going back with the attorneys asking some questions now, and I talked to Hilks, they said they usually like to wait until it's drier, so it's okay right now, but we're
Yeah.
trying to get the easements taken care of, so.
Okay.
Sticker check.
Under number 7 in your folder, there's a
Yeah.
item from
Yeah.
Scott.
Do we want to talk about this now? Do
We sure can,
Yeah, so let me just rip through this and then see what everyone's opinions are.
Pretty interesting.
Did you read it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I read it. It was good.
Okay, all right, well then I maybe don't have to read the whole thing out here.
I'd actually would love for you to hit the,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, so really interesting. All of the people who didn't have stickers, as in didn't have a sticker on their windshield, right? Just lots of different reasons, right? It blocks my view, I don't like stickers on my car, I don't want people to know I live in Bristol. I've been coming here for years and the guys know me, you must not know how it works around here.
Yeah.
I work here, so it's good. Work for the town, so it's good.
Yeah.
Who
Right.
they are.
Yeah, none of those reasons are good, Al.
They're not.
Oh, I'm with you.
They're all reasons, but none of them
Yeah.
are any good.
And I can use the transfer station tomorrow, so it doesn't matter, right? Send me home, I don't care, I can work, I can get here anytime I want, because I work here, work for the town, right? Massachusetts, a lot of Massachusetts people think that they're not allowed to put stickers on their windshields. Either that or they use it as an excuse.
They use it as an
And
excuse.
so I did some research, and they do the same thing with stickers down there that we do here. There's nothing different about Mass. Town office, I think I saw an example or two where for real, they had the wrong sticker from the town. They
Was
had
it ours or was it Hebron's though?
Ours.
Okay.
They had a current beach sticker and an old,
Two different colors, you'll have different colors.
yeah. So, there was one of those. And then there was another one or two where it was stamped in like a weird spot where you couldn't tell what month it was expiring. Because the stamp, hole punch was in
2
a
months.
strange spot.
Yeah.
But if you're doing hundreds of them, right, I mean, you're gonna mess one or two up, right? I'm not trying to throw anybody under the bus, right, that's not what this is about.
Oh, the last one. Jeez, a crow.
Family of transportation staff, that one?
Yeah, that's,
So,
did they live in
yeah,
Bristol?
I had to put that on, because, so, somebody came through, somebody said, oh, my certain family member's coming through. And the family member came through and dropped off some trash, and there was no sticker on there. I didn't say I'm not getting all that, right, but, so that's the vibe of the place that I picked up.
So we need to remind our employees that,
You still need a sticker.
yeah.
Yep.
You can't allow your family members to come if they don't live in Bristol.
Yeah, if they're residents, yeah. But they're good people, right? You already got 2 good comments today about them.
Yeah, yeah, they are.
I picked up the same vibe, right? I thought they were wonderful. I enjoyed working with them, and I hope I work plenty in the future.
I do agree with you, like moving it, some of the checkpoints at the beginning.
Yeah.
I think if we think it's important to enforce this,
Yeah.
then the checkpoint's gotta be on the way in.
Right.
I think we actually did that as a select board at one point, is set up over
On the other side.
on the other side.
Yeah, we, that's kind of what we were talking about was a sticker check, but we switched it so you could go on your own time. And then you have a form we set at the,
But I don't
At the
think
transfer
it's
station.
us doing a sticker check. It's a
yeah,
station somebody there and
yeah,
don't let people in that don't have a permit, if that's important to us, right?
right.
And I think if you were to compare, now my numbers, I just made up some numbers, but I mean, I took what we spent on transfer station last year. If 10% is a reasonable estimate of what's coming in from other towns, then, you know, that's 40 grand. And that pays for a part-timer to sit there at the gate, and instead of spending money for someone else's trash, we're paying an employee in the town.
Yeah.
And probably saving some money.
I really
Yeah,
like,
it's a return on investment,
Yeah.
yeah, absolutely.
And from my limited research, 10% might be conservative.
I mean, like, I've been to the transfer station in Lebanon, like, there's a gatehouse.
Oh, yeah.
And I think they even made you wait, if I remember.
Yeah, well, there's, Guilford has a gatehouse and they have to go over the scale,
Yeah.
remember?
Yeah, Manchester and Derry both have the same thing.
Yeah, like,
London.
you're not coming in and,
Yeah, you can't get in there without being legit.
and then that one from, if it's from a neighboring town
Yeah.
that made multiple visits.
Yeah.
historically, the problems have been contractors,
Yeah.
doing work
Mhm.
in town for
Yeah.
people who don't have dump permits. And thank you for the write-up, I
Yeah,
really appreciate it. Another big, historically, has been, we've had issues with, like, say, businesses coming in with a trailer full of, trailer full of cardboard, which now isn't so bad of a thing.
Now we
because
want
have
them to.
the- Right, now we want them to, but when we were putting it all in the dumpster, that would,
Yeah.
they'd come in with a trailer full of cardboard
On Saturday.
on Saturday, when people are trying to get in and out of there, it has been an issue.
Yeah.
I didn't get to finish it tonight, but Harold, we would like to add Harold on Summers.
Mm-hmm.
Crossing our roads?
Oh, great. I think it's great.
Because everybody knows them.
Everyone knows them.
Yeah, so, but I'll bring it to your next meeting,
All right.
and I'll have more information about it. It does make it now moves it to 7, but they're not all working.
Right.
They're all, and they're retired, some of them, so
Yeah.
they are working different
And
hours.
just like with our conversation, just like the beach,
Yeah.
summer is busy.
Yes.
And if we need an extra person there, we need an extra person there.
And that would only be Summers, and then, because I looked at it like, okay, you've got Joe, but he's gone in the summers because he's working for Kelly Park.
Right.
And then, so if you offset him with this person, then that's really only one person.
But even like you said, it might be offset by cost savings of
Yeah, yeah.
waste disposal, so.
Yeah.
And even if we had someone, if we rotated, if we had someone there for, on the gate side for like just, a couple hours in the morning, couple hours in the afternoon when it's really busy.
Yeah.
People come from that 8 to 10 and people come at the end of the day to get,
Yeah, but if they learn that schedule, they'll go
Yeah.
between them.
All right, well, we'll have random times when people are there, but.
Is there any, like, highway department or someone like that wants extra?
They're short-staffed.
There,
Yeah.
Yeah, right now they're short-staffed.
We could have, like the tolls.
Yeah,
Yeah.
We can
the
get a
red
little
pad, yeah,
an easy pass.
easy pass.
So-
That'll only let you through.
So for real, you could, I
You
mean,
could.
it would be an investment, but you could have like a license plate reader that opens a gate. And instead of needing a sticker, you just register your tag number.
Or you
I'd
skip
rather
it.
get a scale before we do that.
Yeah.
That would that cost?
You could have one on that gate with, right, with us, we flash your, scan your card.
Yeah.
So Lebanon, you buy, or I think each resident gets a punch card. Like if they have extra, you pay so much, you get a
Like
punch
for
card.
large items and stuff.
Yeah, and then once you use up the punch card, then you either gotta buy a new one or you gotta pay.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll have to ask my sister how that works.
Yeah.
Do they pay as you throw for everything, or not?
No.
They
not
usually
everything.
serve usually
Garbage
bags.
bags.
Just
usually
garbage
Like
bags.
limbs and, there's mostly limb, well, we brought limbs and wood, a tree at that point.
Oh, yeah.
Brush.
Yeah. So I really kind of like the idea of a per-use fee if you don't have a sticker. If you've already got somebody who's there who can charge the fee,
Yeah, it's like, all right.
It's kind of like
$20
the
you
after the fact permit, and
Right.
when you
Yeah.
think about it, they're not getting a sticker, then Yep.
Yeah, so, okay, fine, prove to me you're a Bristol resident, and give me $20, you can go through.
Yeah.
And then you still gotta go to town to
That's-
get a permit.
That's incentive to
Get a
Yeah.
sticker.
get a sticker. Put it on.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I do like the idea too of doing something different for,
Yeah.
Hebron.
Yeah.
Or they need to learn how to fill it out.
Or we just make
Yeah.
a different sticker that's just simpler, 'cause-
What are we doing for those Hebron residents? Giving them the regular sticker?
They get a different color, I believe.
The ones I saw were the same color as this year, and
Oh,
they were
yeah, they
they-
do, that's right.
same color as ours, but there's nothing written on it, and there's nothing stamped on it. So it's as if I stole a sticker from the drawer and stuck it on my windshield.
So they buy the stickers from us now, because before they were doing their own thing and it was really confusing, so.
Yeah.
And maybe we just need to ask them if they can start, marking them.
Even if they just wrote Hebron on there, when we write the license plates.
But,
or
and
put
maybe,
H,
maybe it's just as simple as we buy these stickers, can't we just buy them with
Well, I want to say
Hebron and
Hebron.
Bristol on
Yeah,
them,
exactly. Yeah.
And so, so we have a little extra right now,
Are we,
but we should be able to do it, maybe not, it may be a year before, because we brought too
are
many
we still
stickers.
on the same contract that we've been on since the beginning?
With Hebron, yeah, they're still paying $7,500 a quarter, but I don't know how many. So actually, it would be interesting to know how many, if we have Hebron, I don't know how many are
How many
coming to
people
the
come
transfer
to-
station really.
Right.
So,
We should,
because they, half their town or 3/4 of their town are getting
But
pickup.
I think it's reasonable, considering everything else that's
Yeah.
going on, to look at that number and start doing a yearly.
they should at least be able to tell us how
Yeah.
many stickers they're giving out.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean people are using it, but at
Right.
least how many stickers are out there.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
we're still on the plus side as far
We
as
are
sticker.
definitely on the plus side.
But you should measure it every now and then, just to
Exactly.
make sure.
So-
Good point.
The agreement we signed with them says we are, and I'm like, how are we doing that? Nobody's
We are
been
what?
doing that. It says we're measuring what is being delivered. I'm like, how are
I was
you?
trying to remember,
Because we haven't done it since the first, I don't think we've done it even when Mark was there, sorry, but,
yeah,
So maybe if we have someone working the gate, that
They
person
can
can
check
check.
they can
They
tell
can
you
check
if
off
somebody.
the tally
yeah.
how many you
Yeah.
have.
And you
Yeah.
could either do a big H or a big B on the
Yeah.
transfer station, make it clear, so.
But then you got someone on the gate the whole time then.
Oh, yeah.
I think we can do it strategically, like,
Right.
busy weekends.
At least Saturdays.
And then
Yeah.
the guys can keep a log
Yeah.
there and they can watch.
We can extrapolate, take a sample and extrapolate it.
Yeah.
Is that, so the only question I have though, if you do have someone at the gate who doesn't have a sticker as a problem, is that gonna hold up traffic though?
No, you
Yeah.
turn them out.
You
Before
turn
they
around.
Just
go-
turn them around and say.
Before they go in.
Or they gotta pay up.
You gotta be out in front of the gate a little bit, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they can just turn in front of the garage.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Like right where the sign is, essentially right where this.
yeah.
You turn in the parking lot,
maybe we
someone's
put
right
up-
there.
stop sign saying
Yep.
check-in,
Put that sticker check sign.
transfer
right there.
station check-in or something.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Enough trash talk?
Yeah.
That's okay.
And then just my last item on here, how people, how things work weird, right? Like sometimes something's priced really high, people think it's more special. Or like, I'm wondering if the $5 charge has any impact on this, like. if
On
it-
this, for a dump sticker?
Yeah, like if it was free, what would that do? And if it was like $50, what would that do?
Yeah.
You
So
know?
it came up at our quarterly session. It was quite a lengthy conversation about, there were some concerns raised by your other select board member about changing fees because it's part of the tax rate kind of thing and we don't, but I think it is a good discussion. We haven't changed those fees. We haven't changed the sticker fee, excuse
Right.
me, since, I don't know when. But we've
Forever.
changed other fees
I think it's been $5 since I
Since-
moved here.
Yeah, I think the only thing we've
Yeah.
changed, we've tried to do a contractor fee, or we've
Yeah.
tried to do a hauling fee if somebody was picking up people's garbage,
Right.
and that hasn't worked great, but, and we do a visitor, if
Yeah.
you're gonna use the transfer station,
The
but,
$5 offsets the cost of the sticker, that's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
well, it does more.
Yeah, but it's not a
But it
revenue,
really
it's not a
doesn't,
revenue
right.
The cost of the
source.
sticker and the
It's
cost.
not a
of the-
source for
Right.
revenue, it's just, yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of like when we talked about the beach. I think the budget committee was under the perception at the time that the sticker for the beach was gonna offset the whole beach. No, it's not.
Nowhere
And
close, yeah.
Transfer station stickers,
Yeah.
if you count what we're getting from Hebron and what we're selling, we're probably getting roughly 25 to 30, I'll say. But that's including Hebron. That's not even, that's 10% technically.
Well, we get 30 from
We
Heber.
get 30 from
We
you.
get 21.5.
You said 7
So it's
a quarter.
7,500 a quarter.
Quarter.
Yeah.
Yeah, 7 times 4 is 28.
That's 30,000 a year.
No, it's not 4, then it's not quarter.
For a trimester.
It's not that high.
15,000 for 6 months.
I have a
I
check
thought it's
right
been
here.
30,000 for them.
I thought it was
It's
30.
30,000.
It's not 30.
Yeah.
In fact, I thought it was 34 from the beginning. I don't know why 34 is stuck in my head for,
30 is what's in my head.
Yeah, 21 something's in my head. What the heck?
Maybe it needs to be 30.
what's this thing?
That's 7,500, but it does.
Doesn't
so
say for when.
It doesn't say. It just says MOU for the transfer station.
All right, well, don't,
Yeah, I'll
don't go down the
figure it
rabbit
out.
hole tonight, but let's find that out.
That's,
No, it's 22.5. So,
Are they paying
It's
every
4 months.
trimester?
Yeah, trimester, yeah.
no, it's a quarter.
No, a quarter is
Quarter is
4.
So,
What?
Quarter is
yeah, never
40
mind,
months.
so it must be, so they're paying 22.5, sorry.
Yeah. Oh, that needs to change.
Why the heck did we say a quarter then? They don't pay a quarter.
They pay the trimester.
In my mind, it's
3
always
times a
been
year.
30, so I don't know
They're
why.
paying 3 times a year.
oh, yeah.
Yeah, so,
Now they're paying 3 times
All right.
instead of 4.
yeah, they've
Well,
always.
it's been that way for like,
It's been paying 3
6 or
times a
7
year.
years now.
It was before me, we even changed it. And
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
when they asked us if we were considering changing it, at the time we weren't, because we can't quantify.
but what we can quantify is been the same price for like 7
Yeah,
years.
and it's probably,
Yeah.
our rates are going up.
Yeah, and our
so-
hauling.
Is there a threat that they would not use us if their rate goes up?
Well, yeah, I mean, it's the same threat as the, as
Yeah,
the
it is.
ambulance situation.
I mean, they could go back to Bridgewater, but they
No.
left Bridgewater.
No,
for
they
a reason.
can't. They
Oh.
can't go back to Bridgewater. What they ended up doing is saying you can either get, we're contracting with this outfit for
Oh, yeah.
roadside. And if you don't want to pay that, then you can bring it to Bristol.
But they can't go back to Bridgewater
No,
because they were
I
part of
think they burned that
Bridgewater's.
bridge.
They withdrew from Bridgewater.
Yeah,
They
okay.
withdrew from the,
From the district thing.
Right.
Yeah. So they, right now, they're paying half and half. I think half goes to us, half goes to, I
And
wonder
we-
what their costs
Curbside.
are, curbside.
yeah, I don't know. And the curbside doesn't, they suspend it during road bans.
I'm
Oh,
not-
really?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, yeah,
All right.
that's right, they do.
I'm going back to, it is quarterly. 4 times 3 is 12. There are 12 months in a year. 4 times 3 is 12.
4 times 7 is 28.
No, it's 4 months is a quarter, correct?
No,
No, 3 months is
3 months
a
is a
quarter.
quarter.
I've always gone by quarter. 4 months is a quarter, sorry.
Yeah, if there were 16 months.
No, there's 12
Right,
months.
there's 4 quarters.
3 months is a quarter, so it is a quarter then, because
Well,
they're
then it's
$30,000
if it's 7,500.
paying weird then. They're paying every 4 months then.
That's
Why?
still 22.
Let's find
Yeah.
the original agreement.
It's yeah.
And
I
let's
have to go
find-
back to the beginning.
Go to revenues for last year and let's find a total.
No, they're only paying 22.5. I do know that
Okay,
for
well, let's
sure.
find the original agreement.
Yep.
And We'll,
Yeah, if there's a date on
we'll
it.
back bill them for everything that they.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
So that concludes my analysis.
Jeez, I'm proud.
Transfer station, I'm happy to participate in whatever solution they come up with.
That was really helpful, thank you, Steve.
It's a very
Yeah,
detailed.
my name's Scott.
Who's Steve?
That's the second time I've called you that,
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
We're gonna change his name.
That just sounds so smart.
I'm gonna, yeah, just for the
You will
sake
look at
of,
Steve.
yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. I get it all.
All right,
I'll be quick.
I think.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right.
yep,
With all the talk that we're saying about signage and things for the parks and all that stuff, I'm not sure if I brought this up, but last HDC meeting, we sort of got on the subject of that. It seems to be haphazard, that, okay, this park has this kind of sign, and this has that sign, and this has this kind of bench, and this has that kind of bench.
yeah,
I'm not sure what group should do it, but I think it'd be nice if we had like guidelines for that kind of stuff. I'm not
Yeah.
sure if the new EDC would be the place to
I don't know.
put that as a project, just
I
to
just
come up
found
with.
other agreement, it is, set on January, March, and June, that's when they pay. That's why, and it is 22.5. But I'll go back and check the original.
No, that's fine, it's
That's fine.
not enough, but that's fine.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, we just talked about,
What was the agreement mean?
This is this year's.
This year?
we just, was it a selectmen's meeting when Jeff
Yeah,
came
because-
in? Yeah, so we,
Yeah, and that's what
Because there
sparked
was
it, is
the,
Jeff came into the
Right, right,
HDC
right.
about benches, and
yeah,
I think it was Lucille Keegan said, it would be nice if we could, throughout the whole town, have standards for things like that.
yeah,
Um,
Because there was also complaints about the signs, because we switched to the lake
wow,
sign,
yeah,
and then we had that discussion.
Yeah.
The others are the same, they're gonna stay the
Right.
same, but the lake, we made it all be the same, so,
Yeah,
Same thing.
yeah.
so what are we calling the EDC now?
Well, it's gonna be back to EDC, they don't like the new name.
Okay, so good, I can keep using.
You can keep
EDC.
calling it EDC until, for now.
But I think that would be a good project for them, even
Yeah.
just to get to know, what the town has. If they come up with, it's like, okay, here's the guidelines for it.
I think part of why there's so many different benches is because we've accepted donations in people's
Right.
names. The Lions Club donated the one downtown, you've got Denise DeStefano's, who's up at Mill Stream.
when they did the bike path, they put in certain
Yeah,
benches there, yeah,
so,
But if
but
we can say, okay, we'll accept the bench, here's the,
Here's the
here's the two different
specifications.
kinds that
Yep.
we use through town.
yep, I
Yeah.
like that,
Or somebody wants to put a plaque up for
Yeah,
X,
it
Y,
should.
Z.
yeah,
Okay, here's the guidelines of what the plaque, should look like to be consistent,
absolutely, yeah.
so that we don't have it haphazard. It looks a little more uniform, looks nicer overall.
it was planning board, you were there, you forgot you were not on mute.
What?
When we were on Zoom, you and
Oh, I
I.
was in on Zoom, yeah.
And you forgot you weren't on mute, and all of a sudden, when they said something about that, you were like, and I was like, oh, Sean, did you want to say something?
That's right.
That's right. So, sorry.
That's all I have. Go ahead.
All
That
right,
is a good idea, though. But like, we're talking about parking lots, and we want to make them all have rules.
exactly.
So-
The
Yeah.
rules are, the signage on each of them
You
should be.
you should have there should be an expectation, you come into Bristol from wherever, and, the signs are gonna look a particular way, the benches are gonna look a particular way. Not that it has to be.
They don't have to all be exact, but they should
Exact,
be
but
uniform.
yeah, a similar
Uniform.
design.
So, yeah.
Yeah. All right, on benches,
Speaking of benches.
where are we on, they removed the one on the bike path because it was damaged, correct?
They couldn't, and they can't put it, so they took the posts out, so
Right.
they can't put that one back.
Right,
But I don't think we've looked into putting anything new in either,
okay,
but it is removed.
all right. What happened to the one at Avery Cross Beach by the sign?
It broke. and we took it out, but I have to talk to the gentleman who is donating one. Because if, I wanna confirm if he's still doing that, and then that's gonna go there. He's the one with the teak, the really nice teak one that we said we would take and put there, but we have to find a way to make sure it's secured and can't be moved. But the other one, we took it out because it got backhoed or bulldozed or something.
Boy,
Plowed.
a granite bench would be
Really nice there.
really nice there,
Yeah.
considering the granite around the sign and the,
Yeah.
yeah.
The teak one is beautiful.
I'm sure it is. And thank you to that gentleman.
Yeah. I just wrote bike patch.
There's some room in there, maybe maybe going forward, we could have a couple of benches there.
It would be really nice to put
Yeah.
two there, yeah.
I happen to notice, and not that I'm against it, but I was curious in how we arranged with the church in the parking lot. I happen to notice they were using it for some sort of organized game.
Here?
Yeah, with kids. And I just didn't know how that fit in with the agreement. And it was during the week, it was like a weekend evening.
They do have Wednesday night, there's something.
Maybe it was Wednesday night.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they have,
It was an evening, they were doing something in the parking lot there was a bunch of kids and they were playing some sort of organized game. I just didn't know how that worked with the agreement.
they are, I'll have to reread it, but I don't, so it's for funeral, wedding, and church service, which I think they do something on Wednesday night with church service and then
Okay.
Sunday.
Yeah,
But they are supposed to provide 24-hour notice for the others, and a sign is supposed to be put up at the parking.
well, that was my worry, that a bunch of kids running around and potentially
Safety issue.
some folks coming in and out of that parking lot. And then are they getting turned away when they really can't be,
Right.
I didn't see any of that. I just saw the kids running around and I thought, that seems like something we should know about.
If they get a sign that says
Yeah.
church event,
Yeah.
they can put there.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that would be fine.
All right, speaking of the bike path and I did reach out as a member of the Conservation Commission and
I saw your email.
yeah, they mentioned that the land, I really would like the state to talk to us about the use of that land along the river, where the bike path is, and where the old road used to be by Keyser Road. That's all New Hampshire Dam Bureau property,
Oh,
Yeah.
and the Dam Bureau, all they care about is the dam, I don't know,
Did they ever respond to you?
They have not yet, but I'm gonna follow up, because it was just a blind email, and I'm sure they just looked at it, but I'm gonna follow up with a try to get a phone conversation going. If nothing else, if we could lease that and have, some picnic tables along the river there, I'd love for the town to own it, though. I don't know, I'm not trying to get them to buy it, I think they should, personally, I think they should just hand it to us, because what do they need that land?
There was a woman near Riverdale who thought she owned to the river and was
Yeah.
trying to donate it to the Conservation Commission, and we were like, sorry.
We'd love to take it if you had title, but you don't have title.
Yeah, if you had clear title.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's just so much history along that stretch,
Yeah,
that, again, the conversation we're having, that could be highlighted. But even just some, from the dam to 3A, is a beautiful spot where you could have a couple of picnic tables there, and people could sit there by the river. Again, it's an issue where, okay, you gotta keep an eye on it, but, people are using that anyways.
right.
Yeah, so I'm gonna continue that effort.
Yeah, it's pretty visible from the road there too.
Yeah, it is, right,
You know,
so,
you can't do
yes, no,
too much
we had a big bonfire.
nefarious
there,
stuff
right,
there,
right. I think that's what I have, so,
Oh,
one more thing.
Yes, one more thing.
No, go.
I just lost my brain. There was
Yeah.
something I
I just
had.
lost my brain.
Scott has the one more thing.
No, I did, I have one more thing. Where did we leave off with the short-term rentals discussion?
It's coming back to you.
Okay, so there's a business owner in town that does, he's one of the renters, or I guess, yeah, you'd be a short-term renter. He does it in Florida also, and he'd be willing to come in here and have a conversation and share his side, and he does feel it's positive in what they do in Florida. I think he pays like $450 a year, and it's more of a safety
Yeah.
alert.
I think that would be nice to have somebody.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
good. The more information we have about it, the best.
And he's like, oh, I'll come in and talk to you.
Yeah,
He's like, so,
great.
When do you want him to come in?
whenever we're scheduled to talk with, and then have Joanne there, so when Joanne's available and he's available.
All right, let me check Joanne's schedule, I'll get back to you. Is he down there now?
No, he has property down
Oh, okay. Thank you.
there. And he has property up here too.
Yeah, I know. Carol Brown stopped in today.
So I just ran into him this afternoon,
So he, they were purchase and sales on their property and they're leaving Monday.
Monday.
John, their son John will be there, until August, I think, cleaning up the property and finishing the closing. And then he's headed out as well, so. He had very nice words to say, Gabe, and we sat and visited for a little while,
That's
so.
very nice.
But-
Yeah, I ran into him by the big catch there, and fortunately there was someone behind me, so I couldn't talk very long, but he told me that
Yeah.
they were selling and they were moving on Monday, so.
And I'm getting my camper and I'm going down and camp on his land
I'd love to.
next year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't have a tent, that'd be fine.
I have the tent too, so.
Yeah, so.
All right.
Yeah, he was over at the pub on Monday with people coming and going. to
Yeah, nice,
Say farewell to him, so it was good.
all right.
I thought we were gonna be out here
Well,
at 7.
It's still not bad. 2 hours. Anything else?
I can't think of it.
And John isn't even here.
I know. We started the
That's
TA
why we're
report
here.
at 6:50.
You talked a lot.
I did. Got a lot of good information to put out.
All right, if anyone has a motion.
No.
Oh, sorry.
Public.
Wait, public.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Actually, yeah, Kate's happy.